Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a look at a clip where a fat activist says that sugar is not even addictive. It's FatSapphicBro. Okay, are you shocked? This person is often saying some very interesting things within this movement. FatSapphicBro or FatSaphic oh no? Sorry, I will go. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I just couldn't stay away, baby. If you're seeing me for the first time, hi, I'm TheCynicalDude. Please subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 50,000 before it's too late. Since you don't know me, you want to do that, right? Help a random guy do a thing. Come on, be a pal. I upload 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Before we proceed with analyzing these clips, please click like so that I may apply comb to mustache.
This has felt so much. I'm autistic and have a sugar addiction. Can you make a video about breaking it?
Alright, so they're going to respond to the comment that just said what they read.
I hope that this doesn't offend you, but I don't personally believe that sugar addiction is a real thing.
I am shocked. So an autistic person is reaching out to you in their time of need for their addiction problem, and you say, sugar addiction, it ain't real, son. Sorry, son. That's fucking weird, man. That is such a bizarre take. Like, it just isn't even real, dude. Every other substance has the potential to be addictive because, like, you might enjoy it or whatever. And certain activities could be addictive, you know? Like, stupid stuff could be addictive. Anything could be addictive. But not sugar. Not that chemical that makes you feel really good and has all sorts of reactions in your brain and other parts of your body. Now, that could definitely not be addictive. Take it from somebody who's likely addicted to it. Take it from a heroin addict. Heroin ain't even addictive.
Our bodies do require sugar to survive, and
so everybody on the keto diet is dead then. They're not on the keto diet. They are deceased. Okay? You see this from people who don't understand how the body works all the time. They're like, your body needs glucose to survive. No, it doesn't. Tell that to people on a keto diet. And even if it does need glucose to survive, that doesn't mean that sugar addiction isn't real. You can be addicted to things that you need. I'm addicted to water. You're addicted to watching videos on my channel. Fat Sapphic Doctor, hit me with some more advice.
To function properly. And those of us who are neurodivergent, like autistic or ADHD, we have issues with dopamine regulation and with getting enough dopamine.
I just love how they came to you in their time of need about their sugar addiction, and you're just like, it doesn't even exist, dog. What are you even doing? I love that. I love when our own mental issues cause us to start harming others. I'm being sarcastic, of course. I don't like that. I don't like people to be harmed. That would make me a total psycho.
And sugar is something that does that for a lot of people.
Whoa, hold on. All right, I had to rewind it because there's something that they say right here that needs to all go together.
And those of us who are neurodivergent, like autistic or ADHD, we have issues with dopamine regulation and with getting enough dopamine. And sugar is something that does that for a lot of people, and I think that that's why people who are neurodivergent tend to be very into sugar and sweets. Same thing with caffeine.
Okay, so you have problems with dopamine regulation, so you eat a bunch of sugar. Okay, am I the only one that sees an issue with this? Maybe that's not how you should deal with your dopamine regulation. And you're admitting that you eat sugar for dopamine, so admitting that you use it like a drug.
It's like something that we seek because it does something good in our brain.
Oh my goodness. Wow, yeah. A lot of addicts seek out the substance that they choose to indulge in because it does something, quote, good, end quote, in their brain. Sugar isn't addictive. It just releases a feel-good chemical in our brain, so we continue to seek it out. Some of us have problems with dopamine regulation, so we seek out sugar. It's not addictive. Dude, what is this whole entire explanation, dude? Oh my goodness gracious. Some of us have problems with dopamine regulation, so we seek out sugar and these feel-good chemicals. And that's not an addiction. What is an addiction, FatSapphicBro? If you don't mind me asking, if all of this stuff is not an addiction, what is an addiction, FatSapphicBro? Please enlighten me. They're like, an addiction is when you go to the gym and you lift weights. I wouldn't be the slightest bit surprised at this point, dude. An addiction is when you eat healthy food.
And I wouldn't say that that is an addiction per se.
Right. Of course you wouldn't say that. Of course it's an addiction, dude. What are you talking about?
Now, if you're concerned that you are over consuming sugar to the detriment of your health, that is super valid.
Just have them give you more insulin like you did that one time in this video here.
And is very much a thing. And that can be very hard to get under control. So I would say...
Okay, so consuming too much sugar can be very difficult to stop. It's very hard to get it under control. Almost like an addiction is weird. It's not an addiction, but it has all of the characteristics of an addiction. This is weird. Fat Sapphic therapist, can you explain?
If I were you.
I love when they grab their glasses and adjust them like they're a doctor. Oh man, that's the best part. Technically sugar is not addictive. Okay. Fat Sapphic doctor, tell us more.
My first step would be to try to... I have to keep pausing because there are loud vehicles right outside my window.
I know the feeling.
Anyway, I would try to move to more natural sugars like fruits. Find fruits that you like, that are good for you, that work for you.
You sure you shouldn't just abstain from it until you stop craving it like any other substance? So fruit to the sugar addict is like methadone to the heroin addict. If you're dealing with a sugar addiction, I would recommend that you don't consume any sugar. And yeah, fruit is okay. I think it's fine to consume fruit. As long as you don't overdo it to where you're like seeking out just abnormal amounts of that sugar from the fruit, then I think you'll be fine. It's all about balance. You don't want to have too much of anything. You don't want to be like, I don't eat processed sugar anymore, so let me go eat 12 bananas or whatever the heck. Or like 3 pineapples or something crazy, you know? Pineapples actually, I'm pretty sure have a ton of sugar. They're very sweet. But either way, don't go out eating ridiculous amounts of fruit and you'll be fine.
That would be the first step. And again, if you're concerned that you are over consuming sugar, but you like things like soda and stuff like that, you can look for zero sugar options.
No, just quit the soda. Stop drinking soda. Don't have the zero sugar option either. Artificial sweeteners are very, very bad for you. We just had recent information come out that they're even worse than we originally thought. The World Health Organization said so. I'm always talking mess about artificial sweeteners, but it has recently come to light that they're even worse for you than we originally thought. According to the World Health Organization, they can make the lining of your gut permeable, which means that things can pass through it. So like all those wacky chemicals that are in diet sodas and stuff can leak right through your gut thanks to the artificial sweeteners contained therein. They do a bunch of other horrible things too. Just read about the WHO's latest guidelines on artificial sweeteners. Turns out not only was I right, I was double right. Get dunked on.
There are literally so many zero sugar options in the drink world right now.
Yeah, there's a reason for that, dude. If there's an overabundance of something, what are the odds that it's actually good for you, dude? Come on. It's unfortunate, but that's the world we live in. You have to go out of your way to seek out healthy options, especially if it's convenient. If it's easy and convenient, you better bet it's going to be unhealthy too, because I don't know. That's just the world we live in, dude.
Which I think is fantastic. I mean, a lot of the artificial sweeteners aren't fantastic for you.
No, they're not. They're terrible for you. They're way worse for you than sugar, actually. Which is saying a lot, because sugar is terrible for you. I'm saying that you should have neither. Everything doesn't need to taste sweet. That's so weird and unnatural.
But if you're concerned about sugar consumption, especially if you have prediabetes or type 2 diabetes...
Just tell your doctor to up your insulin dose. If you're new to the channel, you may not have been here for the episode where FatSapphicBro told their doctor to increase their insulin dose so that they could have more freedom with their diet. Here's a link. So, yeah, I don't know what they're on about now.
And, or you're trying to prevent yourself from getting that because you have a genetic predisposition for it.
I don't believe in genetic predispositions to diabetes at all. I believe it's 1000% diet, unless you're a type 1 diabetic, of course, and you're born with it.
Then it makes sense to switch over to sugar-free things. That way you can still get the flavors that you want.
Dude, get over the flavors, okay? Let it go. We don't need to have a party in your mouth with every single bite and everybody's invited, dude. It's just food, okay? Just eat it. Get on with your life. In nature, you would have food very scarcely, and then you would go do other things. You would not be sitting around thinking about cakes and stuff and like, oh, what's the latest frosting that's out? Like, you wouldn't be doing that in nature. It's very weird. It's not natural. We're all addicted to a bunch of stupid nonsense that we shouldn't be.
And the feelings that you get when you consume something sweet without the ill effects of the overconsumption of sugar.
The feelings that you get when you consume something sweet. Oh yeah, like an addiction, FatSapphicBro. Dude, everything you're talking about are just all the signs of an addiction. They're like, you know how sometimes when you want some sugar, like really bad, and you have to steal $20 from your grandmother's purse, and you go down to Hector on the corner of 5th Avenue and Phillips, and you say, hey, I need to get 5 ounces of cupcakes. And he's like, again? And you're like, yeah, man. And he's like, but you were just here earlier today. And you're like, what? Don't judge me. You're my dealer. What the hell? The day that I get judged by a dealer? What the hell? And then he's like, all right, man. Your money's just as green as anybody else's, I guess. Here you go. Here's your cupcakes. Get out of here. Or at least that's how it goes down when I buy cupcakes on the corner of 5th Avenue and Phillips Street.
I don't know if that helped a whole lot.
It did. It really did. Thank you so much. I feel better.
I hope it helped at least a little bit. If there's anything you want me to expand on, please let me know. If there's any other questions you have.
Could you expand on the part with the words, please?
Or anything like that, feel free to let me know and I will do my best to answer. And also, I would suggest if you feel very stuck around food right now, I would seek out a registered dietitian, and especially a registered dietitian that works with autistic, ADHD, neurodivergent folks.
If you are struggling with sugar addiction, you don't need to hire a dietitian or XYZ, any of that stuff. All you need to do is subscribe to my channel. Okay, there you go. Boom. All of your cares have now been solved. In fact, to not subscribe to the channel would bring you great pain. When you start following the simple dietary advice contained within this channel, you will start to lose weight. And it's all free, baby.
Because they'll have a better idea of how to help you tackle those issues.
Unless you end up with a fat activist supporting charlatan, which seem to be so prevalent these days. That's why you gotta watch out for these so-called dietitians. I was doing air quotes right there that you couldn't see.
I'm wishing you the best of luck and sending you lots of love. Thanks for the question.
All right, lots of love right back at you, FatSapphicBro. Oh, wait, that was for the other person. How dare you not send me lots of love? All right, so FatSapphicBro recommends that you get yourself a dietitian if you're concerned that you're getting diabetes. That's weird. I don't know why you would get a dietitian if you're concerned about getting diabetes. That's implying that our diets could lead to diabetes. We all know that diabetes is 1000% genetic. It doesn't matter what you eat or how you do or don't exercise. It's genetic. I'm pretty sure that most of the things that they say are genetic are not genetic. There are environmental factors at play for every single one of them. So somebody with autism reaches out to FatSapphicBro in their time of need, saying that they're concerned that their sugar addiction is spiraling out of control. FatSapphicBro's response is, sugar addiction isn't even real. Oh my goodness, that's very helpful. Thank you, FatSapphicBro. It's messed up how if we're clouded by our own personal issues, it will cause us to harm other people around us. And this is a good example of that. If you aren't over your own personal issues, you can't really help anybody else. If you do not know thyself, then you will never know the truth. If you do not know the truth, you will never be happy or healthy. Every other thing on earth is potentially addictive, but not sugar because that's that person's drug of choice. Okay. Can you imagine somebody all cracked out? They're like, oh man, crack? Oh, it ain't even addictive, baby. It ain't even addictive, baby. What are you talking about? God, that's so funny. Please click the like button. 1 like equals 1 mustache combing. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.